We're in El Khair. This is the village in the West Bank where the Palestinian activist, the man who worked on the film No Other Land that won an Oscar, where he died this week. He was allegedly shot by an Israeli settler who was waving a gun at the villagers because he was trying to bring in this bulldozer to break their water lines. They're constantly under harassment because the settlement that's right up there, they're trying to make them leave these lands so they can take over this West Bank, which they call Judea and Samaria. And it's getting harder and harder for the Palestinians in little villages like this. They're not allowed to build. They're not allowed to have water from the water lines. They're not allowed to have electricity. They get it through NGOs separately. They're just trying to choke them from these lands and drive them off. But his death, Awdah Hathaleen, is bringing in dignitaries from all over Europe, people saying they're sorry. The settler who was suspected of killing Awdah Hathaleen was held less than 24 hours and has been released with no charges, even though he was caught on video shooting his handgun towards the villagers at the time of Hathaleen's death. Enon Levy has been sanctioned by the EU, and he was under U.S. sanctions until President Trump lifted them in January. So I'm in the women's tent, and they say when he was killed, the Israeli soldiers came and shut them all in these rooms for a couple hours and locked them in, and the children were screaming, and then they arrested the men at night. These women went on a hunger strike to demand the return of Hathaleen's body. Israeli authorities finally released it 10 days after he was shot. This village was finally able to bury its fallen son, but the Israeli military restricted attendance at the funeral. While family members and local residents were allowed to come, activists and most journalists were kept away.